After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't learn either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is fourth season in the NFL.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. In motion left goes Jennings. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Jennings. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
380.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Set. 380. Ready.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. Set. 380. 380. Set.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Delta. Set.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready.
Here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Set. 380.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Set. Set.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey laying himself out in the end zone. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set.
Back to throw, Purdy. He juked him. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. A first carry here for Jordan James. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy from the gun. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Get set. Get set. 18.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. In motion left, the tight end. McCaffrey. Will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Again, McCaffrey. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Jordan James taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. Ready, run. What is it?
They hand this off to Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3.
Black 80, black. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. Complete to Johnston here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Set. Ready, run. Set.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
McCaffrey on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Purdy now to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Set. Go.
Here's another carry for Harris. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this one finds McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man here is Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set. Kappa. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 2 corners in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Herbert. Able to complete it to Johnston. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
This is Harris. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Cap it.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the 1st half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
7 yards there and a first down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Get set, get set.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Outside. 18.
Back to throw, Purdy. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set. Camp it.
Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Trying to run for it at Hampton. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Richie Grant in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 42 yards. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 8. Purdy. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2-in-1 game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Yeah, we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
What an alert 49er, able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way.
The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 33 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Set. 380.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And not a whole lot lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Good out. Delta, set. Set.
They'll toss right side to Hampton.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Set. Ready. Right. Right.
They'll work inside here, Hampton.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Right. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Purdy and the Niners down by 11, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Get set. Get set.
To throw is Purdy.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell set to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Chargers. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.